What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So I wanted to take it in a different direction this time, and I wanted to talk to you about the cost of the credit card game. Now, we talk about miles and points, but we really get kind of vague on exactly what it's costing us specifically. There's always references to your miles may vary or your quote unquote personal situation, which is a great escape from talking about the actual dollars and cents cost that it may or may not cost people who listen to people like me or do things like people like me in order to get some of these wacky trips and other things done and get the return from credit cards that they think they may get. So I'll let my co-star do her thing and we will jump right into it.
Welcome back to my dad's channel. If you're new here, make sure to click that like button and subscribe, and don't forget to share.
Now, it's no secret. This is a place for the discerning credit card user or the discerning credit card collector. It's not about popularity. It's not about anything more so than me wanting to make sure that the people who watch me can walk into a room and be some of the smartest credit card users there are. You don't need to know every single spec on every single credit card. You don't need to know every single multiplier, but you just need to know how to employ these things and deploy them with the greatest efficiency possible. So with that being said, let's focus on annual fees. Now, I've done a video before about how much I pay a year in annual fees, and a lot of the times you hear annual fees in their annualized sense, where how much you pay during a year. But let's just face it, how many other things do we worry about per year? We're all working people. I work, you guys work, and frankly, we think of things in monthly, if not weekly totals. So by taking the 10,000 foot view of annual fees, we're going to jump into exactly how much the game might be costing you or how much you may be making from it. So more often than not, we always get the pretty up version of credit cards. And we get those in the fact that the fees are only ever referred to as annual fees, the dreaded effective annual fees, or interest. That's it. Those are the bad words as far as the credit card game is concerned. But what about a monthly fee? A lot of the times, from what I have been told, in Europe, your fees for your credit cards are actually billed monthly and not annually, giving you a better picture of how they fit into your budget. Now, most of us get paid on a bi-weekly basis. That's sort of the norm, regardless of what it is that you do. Others get paid on a weekly basis. Others get paid on a bi-monthly basis. Now, the Amex Platinum sounds very different when instead of saying it costs $695 a year, you say it costs $57.92 a month. So now, with that card, you now have to find the value of $57.92 a month or more for it to make sense, because there are a lot of other cards, when you break them down into their monthly components, $95 cards are $7.92 a month. Got to get your value there. A very famous card has a $250 annual fee, which breaks down to $20.83 a month. And you have your 550s, your 395s, your 149s, and the list goes on. So now I'll leave you to break down those annual fees to monthly bases, and then ask yourself, how many of these cards do you have? What do you pay monthly? Now, in the time since I've done my annual fee video where I outlined all the annual fees that I pay for my cards, I've actually reduced my monthly output for my annual fees from $142 to $117.50 per month. And that's because I gotten rid of two cards that had annual fees, my Blue Cash Preferred and my World of Hyatt Business. Now, the BCP had a $95 annual fee and the World of Hyatt Business had a $199 annual fee. It's just because they just didn't fit into my setup anymore. But still, remember, I am in the 3 digits per month. Think about what you pay $117 a month for. Some people, that's their water bill. Some people, that's the gas that they put in their car. Others, that might be some other, a pool cleaning bill that is now, it's something that you are prepaying for benefits that you need to use in order to make this expense worth it. Now, just with these few things that I have mentioned, There might be a case where some of you may break down your annual fees into the monthly bill that you pay, that you absorb. This is not counting retentions and so on and so forth. And you might realize that these benefits that you have prepaid for, because that's all an annual fee does, that's all the fee does, is prepays for the benefits that comes with the card. That's why they always charge them first. It's always a prepayment. Now, you may find that if you've watched this video and you've taken it to heart, you may realize that maybe there are certain cards that you're not exactly getting your proper benefit from. Now, I know that all things will not always be equal. You may spend more money during the holiday season than you do in a random day in September. But at this point now, how much of these benefits are you making maximum use of? How many of these benefits are you making oversized use of, or getting what's coined as outsized value from? Maybe that's a question that you need to ask yourself, because if you are just getting these cards because I have them, or if you're getting these cards because Sledge has them, or Kiki has them, or any other of your favorite creators has them, that might not be the best course of action, because whereas we may have already broken the matrix and gotten the best value you can get, you may not be at that level yet. Does that say anything about you? Absolutely not. But what it does mean is that you may just need to reevaluate your game. Now, I'm a huge fan of people getting all the cards that they want to get. And by all means, Key has 50. Spelled 50. She has 50. I have over 30. I think Sledge has over 30. He has more Amex cards than people who work at Amex. Everybody's game is different. But as long as you deploy your cards in such a manner that you can really offset the price that you've paid for these benefits, then that's what truly matters. But it can't matter if all you hear about is the fee from a very far off angle. I need to make it real for you. And these annual fees can be broken down monthly. If you want to go deeper, you can break them down into bi-weekly totals. How much out of each paycheck is going to an annual fee? In the case of the Amex Platinum card, which I mentioned earlier, that's $25. $25, give or take, out of your paycheck every 2 weeks. What else could you be doing with that $25? Are you getting $25 worth of value per se from your Amex card? Does the fee support the ownership? How about this one? I'll touch on everyone's card that they love to hate so far, the Gold card. $10 every 2 weeks. What are you doing with that? Remember, the Gold card famously has credits enough that you prepay for $240 worth, which is a $250 annual fee. Are you getting use and or outsized use from that? Might be something that you want to think about. You'd be surprised how many people get cards to be like others, only to find out that they are prepaying for benefits that they are not using, they are misusing, or don't even know about. So I just wanted to make this short video for you because I really want you guys to think about, how much is the credit card game costing me? And how much is it costing you? Now, this is the part where I do my pointy thing, because I am famous now for my pointy thing. Here are a couple of videos, and hopefully you like one or both of them, and maybe you'll stick around. And with that, I'll see you later.